Now from the home of the Dog Pound, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. Here's the veteran Dustin Hopkins ready for the start, and we are underway now from Huntington Bank Field. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1.
Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There is, and for guys on defense, they've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football, because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down, as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now a 2nd and 10. They just do get the play off, as he'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Hurts. Forced out to his left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Throwing is Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. He couldn't escape the pressure, and they go backwards in a big way there on the sack.
Now that was something, and it wasn't good. In one play, you've gone from being in the red zone to maybe out of field goal range. Totally inexcusable.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
That's good. Come on.
It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Now Winston, he's going to audible to something else.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jameis to throw it.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Now Winston. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
They run again on first down. Chubb.
Zach Bond there on the tackle.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. From the 21, here's 2nd and 9.
Ready. Easy. Let him go.
To throw is Winston. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
Milton Williams in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Easy.
To throw, Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now a 3rd and 6.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep, James Prochet. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Nifty move. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 63 yards. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 7. Here's Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And shedding through the tackle. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A final shot before the break. Watson. And that is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Cleveland. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and we are even at 10 apiece. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. He may go. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sideline.
There he goes, right side.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Barkley, inside handoff. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
3rd down and 13.
They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Dotson in motion right. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Ready? Let him go.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. The ball comes out, and the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he's going to take this one down to the 25.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Watson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston.
And we are underway from Houston. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 2.
Again, it's Robinson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Good job there. Pretty simple. The hole was created. Runner just darted right through.
Yeah, that's kind of play teams are looking for to have some success early in a ball game. And if you're an offensive play caller, you mark that run down. Make sure you keep coming back to it throughout the game until they stop it.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels and picking up some nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. a loss resulted.
Here comes the seventh play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down.
Here's Daniels.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on third and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Daniels going to throw for it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
So the penalty rightfully declined. They'll keep the yardage on the completion.
Still some disagreement by the defense, though, because he thought that was just good, strong coverage, and the contact's going both ways, so why is there a flag? In the end, though, doesn't matter. Still a completed pass.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. We're scoreless after one.
Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2.
As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City.
The kicker, Jake Bates, has this one on the tee. He'll run up and send this one away here at Ford Field. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play fake. Mahomes.
Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
Play action here on the first play from scrimmage. They want to see how the linebackers are going to react. Are they looking to stop the run? Or are they going to sit back in coverage? A really nice job there of going in attack mode early, and they pick up a quick first down.
Mahomes going to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
3rd and 3. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. They go play action. Now Mahomes.
Swings this out for Hunt.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Kareem Hunt.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes will throw for it. And he will get in to make it 8-0. The penalty got him half the distance to the goal down to the 1, made that try a little easier.
Yeah, without a doubt. And it opens up your playbook, doesn't it? From the 1-yard line, run, pass, do whatever you want there. And they did it successfully.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their 35-yard line.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. Takes it to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Now it's Goff.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
50 yards.
And the Lions have come back to make it a 2-point game.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Chief. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Boy, that got pretty close to disaster. Going for 2, you cough it up. They almost returned it all the way to the other end for 2 for themselves.
You think a lecture on ball security is in order here? Because and it's not just taking care of it. It's what you just talked about. What can result when you don't take care of it? They almost gave up a score.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Mahomes now to throw. Flushed out right. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. The slot man in motion right. Now Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Goff. That is caught by Laporta. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. From the gun, here's Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Lions have taken the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 5. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Up the middle, here's Pirine. Shoves him aside. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw, it's Mahomes. His throw incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt.
Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And how about this, a fake? Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So the fake punt, a daring call this deep in their own end, and the end result, certainly not what they were hoping for.
I have to admit I admire their daring, but I actually would like this play call better if it's between the 40s here. The problem is, even if the ball's not intercepted and it's just incomplete, you're still giving away half a field's worth of possession.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Gone. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here is 3rd and 5. Here's Pacheco once again.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Here's Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 5.
At the Chiefs' 38-yard line.
Now Goff.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Trying the left side with Gibbs.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They come up in a 2 tight end look here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Second and goal from the 6 this time. On the end around, here comes Williams. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jamison Williams.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Second and 9. Again, it's Pacheco.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Mahomes going to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Now Mahomes got to have this one.
He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. He's to the 15.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Xavier Worthy.
69 yards.
And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Two scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up.
And he takes a shot at the end of that play.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are right back in this football game.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
The Lions take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And this one's incomplete. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
2nd and 10.
Now a give running left with Montgomery. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
3rd down and 1.
Goff.
That's to the tight end, Laporta.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Goff now to throw.
Over the middle and taken in by Laporta.
That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
Montgomery. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Now Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. They go ahead and snap it. Goff eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, Charles, you got a quarterback out of the pocket trying to make a play, and you get it, but instead he ends up throwing it to the other team.
And partners, we know to be successful in this league, number 1, you're going to have to be able to make plays on the perimeter or when the pocket breaks down. But number 2, you've got to make smart decisions with the football. And that time, that simply was not a smart decision.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Oh, I like this call. I know they weren't successful on it, but so many times defenses load up trying to get a safety when you're in this spot. How about taking the shot downfield, hoping to use their momentum against them? They didn't get it, but I sure like what they were doing there.
Here's Mahomes.
And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. So that a
We are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. And we are underway in Buffalo. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Right to the air goes Nix.
Escaping the pressure right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Plays like that will really help this offense settle in here on the road.
And when you go on the road, you also have to deal with the fans as well. And when you have those types of runs, that'll settle them back into their seats.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here's Nix.
Sliding out of the pocket. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
And that'll be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Now a 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun is Nix. A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Now 3rd down and 7. Nix to the air. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now Allen. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. Running for it, here's Cook. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. A nice little juke. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Javonte Williams. 37 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So that pretty conclusively, I might add, shows you the perils of going for it and not making it on 4th down. One play, touchdown.
Yeah, and I've got to put this on the man in charge, the head coach. He made the decision to go for it. To me, when punting was the only decision to make, and it backfired on him in a big way.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's no good. He misses the PAT. So file that one away. Could eventually loom large here as the night progresses. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Play action. Now it's Allen.
That is complete downfield to Knox.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Boy, 30 more yards and another 1st down.
Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. Shifts by at the 15. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They run it again with Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
James Cook
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Bills have cut it back within a score.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line. because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Allen will try to throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
To throw is Nix.
He completes this to Sutton. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
After one, our score 9-6. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
They try the left side here with Williams. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
69 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now it's Nix.
It's Williams on the catch. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Javonte Williams.
He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are able to extend their lead. This time, the extra point up and good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. Dances by him. Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Riley Moss. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing Nix. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Nix buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the gun, Nix. And that is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Nix from the shotgun. Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Bo Nix taking it in from 14 yards out. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Bill 6. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here.
day. They can't stop us.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Right to the air is Rodgers. Flushed out right. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Hurts sets up to throw it. Steps away. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. Oh, look at the juke. Sheds off the tackle, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Milton Williams.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams.
And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
Rodgers now to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he's loose down the middle of the field.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Davante Adams, 73 yards.
And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up.
And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
At their own 48-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They'll send a tight end in motion right. Now Rodgers.
This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Here's Rodgers.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six.
Oh, right on the heels of the pick six, another ball intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley.
He'll get this up to about the 44.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
This is 2nd and 8. Hurts.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Solomon Thomas. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Throwing is Rodgers.
Pass to Lazard, bringing it in on the crossing route.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Steps away to his left. And this is caught. It's Brown. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 70 yards.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Now with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they wanted.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10
at their own 44. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped him.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Rodgers.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Throwing is Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Got his man. It's Gainwell. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. A first down carry for Barkley.
He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Again, it's Barkley. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They go play action with Hurts.
He'll buy some time right.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Jets are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. They'll throw now on the final play.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now back to throw.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
3rd and 12. Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Forced out to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. On play action, Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Rodgers going to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Jalen Carter
in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Rodgers now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts looking here for Smith downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Philly. 53 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game.
Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this 3rd quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football, and that ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Hey, 73.
Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick 6.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Elliott now to add the extra point. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now it's Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Tyler Conklin, 66 yards.
And the Jets have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Now he's free at the 35. He may go.
And bulldozing his way through. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
Well, that offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick six.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one that answered the bell.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. Zerline out now to kick this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run.
He may go. Saquon Barkley.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Elliott on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute off. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
56 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. To throw, it's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And now Rodgers not pleased with the setup. He's going to take a timeout. That's going to leave him with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Aaron Rodgers. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Jets have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14.
49. Eagles 35. Greg Zerline to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone. And that means they'll move the ball out to the 40-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll look to throw here. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Hurts.
Flush to his right.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
The Eagles on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
73.
Back to throw again. Flushed out right.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Eluding the pressure right. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles are back within a score. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And just shutting him off there. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. To about the 48-yard line.
He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then in the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away. And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
That is intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick.
And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And he is going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
And the Jets have just about sewn up this football game.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
Here's 1st and 10.
63.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
He's back to throw. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch.